Ms.R here, and we are back with the show for this week. And as you can see, we're all here, Lizzie, Michelle, Jack, and Sam, and our special guest is Madame Cook. Welcome, Madame Cook.
Hi.
So we're going to do a quick check-in just to see how was everyone's week. Everyone?
It was good. Yeah, we got to go to the school this week, so that was really fun, but also kind of sad. But it was definitely nice to get to see some of my friends and some of the staff, so that was good.
And did you like what was in your grad box?
I did, yeah. It's very cute. We got a cute mug and stuff, and I got my attendance crew sweater, which is really cute. So yeah, I'm happy with everything that was in the box.
Awesome. How was everyone else's week?
It was good. Just finishing up school mostly. Just last assignments.
That's good. Yeah. How about you, Jack? Sam?
I'm good. Yeah. Also finishing up school. I've been seeing a little bit more of my friends this week, so that's exciting. But yeah.
Yeah. Jack?
Yeah, it was a good week. I had skills yesterday.
How did that go?
So it was fun. Yeah, it was really enjoyable. So I went around different places yesterday taking photos, and it was a good time.
What was your challenge yesterday?
Sorry?
What was the challenge that you had?
I had to take a couple different photos. So I had to do some portraits. I had to do some still life photography, little inanimate objects, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different photography, and I had to photograph Sam for one of them. So she was there at one point. So it was good.
Oh, good, good. And Madame Cook, how was your week?
It was a crazy week. We're wrapping things up, marking culminatings, writing report cards, and we were doing all the grad boxes and there for the graduates. So this has probably been the busiest week we've had maybe since everything started. So I'm tired.
Yeah, I'd say I was helping supervise the locker clean out all week. So I was at work Monday to Thursday. I'm out of shape. I'm out of shape going to work regularly. Oh, absolutely. And I have a compliment. So I saw a staff member this week. I saw several. And here's a kudos to you guys or us. This show is their favorite feature. Yeah, so someone said, that's my favorite show. And the first show, I just missed being with the kids. I was crying.
Yeah.
So teachers miss the interaction with you guys.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
Lizzie's back. All right, so I'm going to start with some fun questions. Going back to the songs. Think of a song that moves you forward. Kind of gets you moving. Moves you forward, whether it's however way you interpret that. Moves you forward. What's a song that moves you forward? Lizzie?
The more I think about it, the more I like to like the song. What's it called? I'm trying to think of the name, but it's on my TikTok playlist. That one always gets me motivated to do work and stuff like that. I'm trying to think of it now.
Okay. Michelle?
The song I like is called Amen by Amber Run, and it's just kind of pushes you forward. It has a really great build to it, and it just reminds me of getting through tough times.
Oh, that's a good song. Jack? Sam?
I really like the song Home by Philip Phillips.
That's
really
a good song.
Nostalgic. And every time I'm kind of, I don't know, if I'm feeling down, it always lifts me up a lot. So fun.
Yeah.
That's good. How about you, Jack?
I think lately it's kind of been a lot of 70s rock just in general. That's what I've been listening to a lot more lately. And I think a lot of music from that time is really nostalgic-esque and that kind of thing. So
can you name a few of the songs specifically?
I would say one would be Don't Look Back in Anger by Oasis.
That's a song I was talking earlier.
Yeah,
I love that song.
And it's kind of in the name. it's like about moving forward.
Yeah.
So that would probably be one.
Okay, good. Madame Cook, what's a song that moves you forward?
Okay, first I need to giggle for a second because Jack said 70s rock, and
Yeah.
That is
and I was
90s.
that
Yeah.
one's 90s, so I was
Yeah.
giggling.
So we'll say 70s to 90s. Yeah.
Old music, right, Jack? Old.
Yeah.
Old.
I when I'm sad and I need a move forward song, there's one called Three Things by Jason Mraz. But then I'm kind of addicted to TikTok music too, because we hear a lot of it. And these days, like to get me going, Pretty Girl is one of the songs you may not know it, but you'd recognize it in a heartbeat if you're ever on TikTok. It's by Maggie Lindemann.
Okay.
Like that one.
Good. My personal one would be Get Up by Mother. And I've played it a few times, you know, in the mornings. I just love it. All right, and just a question. What makes you laugh the most?
What makes you laugh the most?
What makes you laugh the most?
My friend Alicia.
Yeah.
So she has a quick wit. She's very good at that. She can it's funny.
Let's make sure she watches this so she hears this shout out.
She better be watching and supporting me because I just gave her a free shout out. So
there you go. Anyone else? What makes you laugh the most?
My best friend Clark, he makes me laugh like constantly. He's just so like funny, and it's like in like a smart way too. Like he just is like, he's great. So shout out to Clark.
All right.
I'm with Michelle. I like smart humor, like witty or like a play on words, anything like that. I like that.
Oh yeah, things that are like clever and you can tell that people put thought into them. That's always really funny.
Yeah. How about you, Jack?
I think like if I'm with friends, I'll be laughing. Like it doesn't really matter. Like I'm probably gonna be laughing.
Yeah, I like friends make me laugh, but I've got to say, since this pandemic, I look for YouTube stuff that just make me giggle. And I've talked about this in one of my videos last week. There's a BBC sports commentator that, because there's no sports, he's using his skills to talk, to commentate on his dogs. His name's Andrew Cotter.
Yes,
Hilarious. Like I love, and he's like, you could tell that it's that UK dry, sarcasm and just humor. I love it. All right, I'm now going to turn over the show to our young students, my co-show hosts, I guess, my co-hosts, to ask Madame Cook your questions. So take it away, my friends.
Nicely.
Yeah.
Take it away nicely.
So the first question is, so when I was in your class, I remember you talk a lot about how you are a learner first and then a teacher second. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. A lot of that probably comes from what people would call imposter syndrome. So I'm not francophone, and I don't have anyone I speak French with in my life. I didn't take French immersion or extended French, and I'm just like a lone French wolf over here. So I'll never feel like I speak French properly, right, as an English speaker. So in order to get up in front of the class, in front of you guys, and not feel like a complete imposter, I feel like I need to constantly be learning, right? And then that goes for everything. You can't stand up and be an expert in front of the class if you don't know what you're talking about. So yes, being a learner comes before being a teacher at all times, I think. And maybe it's because I'm insecure, imposter syndrome. I don't know.
what is the hardest lesson you've had to learn throughout your lifetime?
That you cannot control other people. That you cannot. It doesn't matter if you've taught them the error of their ways, or if you have shown them a better way, or help them, how much you help them or whatever. You can't change somebody at all. So if you can lead the horse to water, but you can't make him drink, that kind of a thing. And that's a hard thing to accept, especially I think as a teacher who's like, but if you just understand, then you'll know better and do better. but that doesn't always work. So it's giving up the control, and you can't control others. You can't make them do what's right or what they should or whatever. Hardest thing I had to learn.
Okay, French is a very interactive subject, and especially having you as a teacher, you're very like interactive and you like to go up to people and help them out. So what have been some of the challenges with that and staying at home and teaching?
Oh my God, it's impossible to do it properly, right? Because you're right. I am very interactive with my class. I'd say two things specifically. I'm lucky in that the students I was teaching, I had taught previously in French class, most of them, not all of them. So I was teaching history this semester instead of French, like history in French. But I already had a rapport with those students because I think that this is not the best medium to create a rapport. And it's really hard to create a rapport by just typing on the computer, firing something off to somebody and then having them respond. There's no personality involved. There's no, like you say, interactiveness, or interaction would be the word. So I feel that I was lucky to already know my students, because creating that bond, creating that lien is a very, like, I work hard at doing that with my students, and I pride myself on doing that. And it's not just curriculum delivery, like throwing information at you. It's like developing as humans together, and that's really hard online. Second to that, I would say that I was very lucky because I was teaching history, and history is content driven. So there are facts, and that's the way it is. It's not nearly as interactive as a French class would be. I think if I were teaching the actual language, I mean, this is nice. It's great to talk to you and see your faces, but you know, it's not the same at all. And not everybody's here, and not everybody wants everyone to see them in their bedroom. And who knows what's going on around the house you might not want us to hear. And this is the only way to learn a language. So I'm really very lucky that it was history, because teaching French like this, that announcement that they're making today about school in September, my fingers are really crossed that it is going to allow us to at least see each other a little bit every week, face to face. Because that's what language is for. It's communicating, right? And you communicate with your body, you communicate with your facial expression. There's so much more to it than just, conjugating a verb or what have you. Good question.
Good question.
Oh. Jack, hit me.
So yeah, you did say how, your class, it's a very interactive class, obviously, teaching a language. But outside of your class, what is the thing that you just miss most about not being in school around everyone?
I think two things again. This is the first year of my teaching career. This is my 22nd year teaching. This is the first year that I ever took a lunch break, which sounds crazy, but I would sit at my desk in my classroom and eat, or sit by myself in my workroom and or I would be running around the school doing things. And this year, I don't know what changed, but I made a concerted effort to go up to the staff room and sit with other human beings, take a break from working, take a break from thinking about work, and just socialize. We played ping pong, we would eat. We only had 40 minutes. By the time you get up there, you've got 25 or 30, but it made a huge difference. And I really, really miss that, because it, again, after 22 years teaching, like it can be the same old, and it's the humans, right? And that's the other thing. I walk down the hall in the morning, and I don't care if I've taught you or not, I have a smile on my face and I'm saying hello or bonjour. And that's the human beings are the people that make the job. You're my people. That's it. You're the reason I keep getting up and going to work. And when not seeing you, like, honestly, like, let's learn about Holocaust. Here, I'll type something. Like, it's just not the same. And so those are the two things. Oh, people and people. I'm sorry, it's one thing. People and people.
Yeah, for sure.
You mentioned ping pong. So who were in these ping pong matches? And who would normally or typically win? Not that it's all about winning.
Yes, Miss Theorette was like, she had to play a game of ping pong every day she was in there. And then other than that, there were rotating people. So you had Mr. Quinlan, you had Mr. Carangal, you had I'm gonna miss somebody and they're gonna hate me for not saying their name. But those were the people we usually played with. And then people would flit in and out. Like there's a supply teacher named Miss Babick, who's a retired teacher who was actually my grade 10, 11, 12 teacher. And when she comes in, her and I would always play ping pong. So yeah, there's a group. There's a
Nice.
group.
I do want to ask about that painting behind you, because I've got a picture of the Eiffel Tower as well. So can you talk
see it
about
really
that
well?
painting?
You see that?
Yes.
That is a gift that I got from a student yesterday, a grade 12 graduating student.
Nice. Let's do a shout out to that student.
That's Reem. I won't say her last name, but Reem is obviously an artiste. It's beautiful. And I'm trying to decide, I think it was meant for my classroom, but it might stay home.
Yeah.
Or at least if I have to teach from home, that's in my office now. I love it, love it, love it, love it. I'm very excited about it. And she's
Nice.
like, the art is gorgeous. I don't want to move it because it's like sitting on a doorknob right now and it'll just fall. But yeah, close up, it's huge and it's gorgeous.
Nice.
Um,
Nice.
I have to go. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I can continue the show. I have another meeting. But this has been so much fun. Thank you, Madame Cook. And
Thanks,
thanks.
Lizzie.
Yeah, we'll do one more show next week. So take care, Lizzie.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. All right. So do we have any final questions for Madame Cook?
I have a question. When is the last time you had Starbucks?
Yesterday?
Morning.
This morning?
Yesterday. I don't drink. So I had the world's most complicated, and Sam knows this, Michelle probably knows it too, the most complicated order in the world. The grande, half sweet, non-fat, no whip, no drizzle, extra salt, sugar-free mocha, salted caramel mocha, sometimes decaf, sometimes extra hot. So really,
Wow.
yeah, I know. But that's why you go to Starbucks instead of Tim Hortons, right? So you can get, yeah. Anyway, one of my students a couple years ago, we were talking, I'm a bit of a tree hugger. So I drive a green car, like a fully electric car, and I reuse everything, and I don't use plastic wrap at my house, and I use beeswax wraps and, you know, all the rest. I try to do my part. And I'm a bit of a recycling Nazi and stuff like that at school. And as I'm teaching my lovely people about being good to the environment and how my generation ruined it and they've got all the power and you guys can do this, and I'm going to do my part, one of the girls looked at me and said, then why do you drink that Starbucks every day? Like, why don't you use a reusable cup? Like, look at the plastic you're wasting. And I was silent for a moment because I was totally schooled. And she was right. And I, at that moment, stopped bringing Starbucks. So that being said, Sam, yesterday, because I had to be at the school by 6:50 in the morning, and I'm not used to getting up early and going anymore, and Mr. Person was at the school waiting for me. I didn't have time to eat. And somebody contacted me, Ms. Psycho contacted me and said, I'm going to Starbucks. Do you want anything? And I'm like, yeah, I need some of those little egg bites because I hadn't had breakfast. So I had some egg bites yesterday, and she got me a coffee, but just with milk. Do you see how
Nice.
I've evolved? Yes. And honestly, the last time I went to Starbucks before that would be during school, like months and months ago, maybe
Wow.
a day that I forgot my lunch or something. So I make my own coffee every single day. I don't have any syrup or sweet or any of that stuff in it anymore. And I'm proud to say I'm much better. So although your timing and asking that really sucks, because I had to. But see, this is what I mean about being smart. I learned from my students. She schooled me about not using or having Starbucks every day anymore.
And that's a full circle, because Michelle started this with asking you what it was to be a learner.
Yes.
And that's what it is to be a learner. Letting kids school us and adapting to the new knowledge and being called to task by our young, minds.
Absolutely.
So it's all good, because you guys teach me all the time. Usually
Totally.
tech related, but you teach me about other stuff as well. All right, so that'll conclude our show. Any parting wisdom? I'm going to open this up to the floor. because the grade 12s are leaving, and the for everyone else, the year kind of did not end the way we wanted it to. So is there any parting wisdom we want to leave with our viewers?
Yeah, so probably every grade 12 will say this, but like, don't take things for granted, and it goes by so quickly, and you just have to appreciate like all the little things too, especially the last couple months. Like, you just realize everything you miss about school, and it's even things like you'd never thought you'd even think about. But yeah, it's all the little things that make up the bigger picture. So
What sort of little things do you miss, Michelle?
I miss in the morning. I'd always get to the cafeteria early because it was kind of like my calm down time, and like I'd plan out my day and I'd have my planner and stuff. And Miss Smith would always like make me drink a smoothie, even if I like said no. She'd always like bring one over and like tell me I had to drink it. So that was very nice of her.
Okay. Any parting wisdom from you, Jack, Sam?
Have fun.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
Try to enjoy what we have as a summer now.
Oh yeah.
That it's starting.
Yeah. Madame Cook, any parting words? Parting wisdom?
Yeah, make your bed. Every single day, make your bed, because even if you're having the worst day ever, at least you can say you accomplished something. Just get up, make your bed, and you feel like you've actually done something for the day. Works for me.
Yeah, that's great advice. So that's our show, everyone. Hang in there, stay Raider strong. We'll have one more show next week, and then we'll be gone for the summer. And then who knows if we'll return in September. We'll find out at 1 o'clock. All right. Bye, everyone.
Thanks for having me.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye.